Now we will learn about virtual environment and pip. So let's get started. What is virtual environment? A virtual environment is a tool that creates an isolated space for Python projects, allowing different projects to use different versions of packages without conflicts. Essentially, it's like creating separate containers for each project, each with its own Python interpreter and installed packages, ensuring that dependencies for one project do not interfere with other or with the global Python installation. So here's an example. So this is a system and it contains Python 3.9 and we have installed Django version 2.2. So Django is a package, Python package, which is installed manually. Then we have pandas 2.0.0. So this is installed system wide. This is an example of virtual environment. So basically system wide packages will be can be used in any project. But now we have created a virtual environment one. So this is an isolated space and we have created this with Python version 3.9. So in this virtual environment, we can use only Python 3.9. And here we have installed separate version of Django, that is 3.0, and separate version of pandas, that is 2.2.3. So project using this virtual environment will be using Django 3.0 and pandas 2.2.3 instead of the system Django and pandas version. So if we want to create another project which needs to use separate version of Django and pandas, or maybe some other packages that is not required in virtual environment 1. So here we have virtual environment 2. So it contains Django and pandas both, but that of different version, that is 3.2 and 2.3.0, and it contains extra packages like flake8 7.2.0. So project running in virtual environment will be having these three packages and these versions, and a project running in virtual environment 1 will be having Django 3.0. Another difference is in virtual environment 2 we have Python 3.13 version instead of 3.9. So a virtual environment is used to containerize an application along with the packages and their appropriate versions so that they cannot mismatch with the system-wide installed packages. Now let's learn about pip. So what is pip? Pip is a package manager. It stands for pip installs packages. It is a recursive acronym and the tool is a package manager for Python. Pip is used to install and manage Python packages. It acts as a tool to simplify the process of adding, managing, and removing external code from our Python projects. Pip automatically handles the dependencies of a package. When you install a package, pip also installs any other packages that the first one relies on. By default, it installs packages from pypy.org, but it can also install packages from Git repository and local repository. Now we will learn how we can create a virtual environment. So I will teach you how we can create virtual environment through command prompt, and secondly how we can create it through Pycharm. So let's get started with the command prompt first. So in the search bar I have search cmd, that is command prompt. Now let's check the Python if it is installed. For that we have a command Python version. So here Python 3.13.1 is installed. So through Python command, we can create virtual environment. We can type Python -m, then venv, which stands for virtual environment. So this is a command, and then whatever the name of the folder that we want to give for the virtual environment. So I will say vdir. So now this is creating a vdir folder, which is our virtual environment. Now our virtual environment is created. So here we can see vdir folder is created. So to activate the virtual environment, we need to run the script, activate script, which is present under vdir. So I will just clear this. So vdir slash, then under that we have scripts folder, and then we have activate. So activate is a batch command. It will activate the virtual environment. I will press enter. So here you can see this vdir is activated. So this is how we can create a virtual environment and activate it. Now whatever packages we are going to install through pip, so it will be present in this virtual environment only, and not the system wide or global wide environment. Now let's learn how we can create virtual environment in Pycharm. So I will create a new project, and I will name it as, let's say, sample project. Then it is asking for project environment based on the custom environment. So if we use project environment, it will automatically create the virtual environment, and it is displaying the location under sample project. This under our project directory, it will create .venv folder. And if we go with custom environment, so it is providing us option like whether to create a new virtual environment or use the existing one. So if we go with creating new environment, then it is showing what type of environment we need to create. So we will use virtual env. Then here it is asking for which Python version we need to use in that virtual environment. So if there are 2-3 versions of Python installed on your system, it will display all. So here in my system only 3.13.1 is installed, so it is displaying that. So I will select this only, and then it is asking for location under which the virtual environment needs to be created. So by default it is showing the project folder, and under that .venv. And there are some other options also to inherit the packages. So by clicking on create, I will click on new window. So here we can see it is creating virtual environment, and it has created the project folder as well. So once this gets completed, we will be able to see our virtual environment folder. So now it is completed. So here we can see .venv folder, which is our virtual environment folder. It is created. And under the scripts, we can see activate.bat file. This one, to activate the virtual environment. So Pycharm will automatically activate it. So this is how our virtual environment is created through Pycharm. Now let's learn how pip works. So before that, we will see the pypy.org This is the repository where Python packages are present. So here we can search the Python projects or the libraries. So Python 3 compatible projects. So these are the list of Python packages. Here we can search as well. So I will showcase how we can install an isort package. So isort, I will search it. So here we can see this is the isort package. If I click on this, I can see the project description. So basically this package is used to update the code and sort the import lines according to the alphabetical order, as well as the import statements. Like we have import statement, we have from and import statement. So likewise, we can see the release history as well. So 6.0.1 is the latest version, and we have some older versions as well. So let's first learn how we can install Python package through command prompt. So I am in test project directory. So let's write pip list to check if we have any package installed system wide. So here we have no package except pip. Now let's create a virtual environment in test project by running python -m venv and then virtual environment. So I will give the same name. So this will create the virtual environment folder, and then we will activate it. Now the virtual environment folder is created. So we can see here. Now we will activate the virtual environment. So for that, I will write venv, then scripts, and then activate. So here we can see our virtual environment is activated. Now again, we will write pip list command to check if there are any Python package that is installed. So no package is installed. So now we will install isort package. So to install a package, we will run the command pip install package name. So in our case, it is isort. So this command will install the latest stable version of the isort package. So here we can see it has installed isort 6.0.1 package. So let's check it on pypy.org. So we have 6.0.1 as a latest package. And this is installed under site packages folder. If we check the folder structure, we have under test project, we have virtual environment folder. Under that, we have library. In that, we have site packages. And in that, isort packages installed. We can see here. Let's minimize it. Now we can again run the command pip list to check if it is visible or not. Now we can see isort package as well, and previously we don't have that. So this is how we can install a Python package. Now how to uninstall a package? So for that we need to run pip uninstall package name. So let's clear this first, then pip uninstall, then isort package. So this command will uninstall the isort package. Now let's run the piplist command again. So now we are not able to see the isort package. What if I want to install some previous version like 5.13.2? So for that, I mean to specifically install a Python package version, we can write pip install, then package name equals and version name. So in our case, it will be 5.13.2. 5.13.2. Now our package is installed. Now let's run piplist command again. So now we can see the version is 5.13. And earlier the latest version was 6 something 6.0.1. So this is how we can install any specific version of a package. Now let's deactivate this virtual environment. So how we can deactivate the virtual environment? Again using venv/scripts. Then instead of activate, we will use deactivate.bat. Now we can see our virtual environment is deactivated. Now let's run piplist command here. And here we can see only pip is visible but not the isort. The reason is we have installed this isort package under venv virtual environment. And here we are running piplist command at system level. So at system level, we have not installed the isort package. That's why at system level, we don't have any package except pip. So this is how, I mean, we in order to containerize our application, we use virtual environment so that we can use specific packages with a specific version and they cannot collide with the system level or any other project level packages. Now, what if I want to install multiple packages? So instead of writing pip install package 1, then pip install package 2, I can create a requirement.txt file. So let's say I will under this project folder, test project, I will create a text file. So I will name it as requirements.txt. I will open it. And we can write our packages, what all packages we want to install in a single command. So I want to install isort with package version 5.13. Let me check. 5.13.2. Okay. And I will install one more package. Let's say flakit. So that tells us about the Puppet standards. And I will go to release history. And here we have 7.2.0. So I will use that only. Flakit. So in next line, I will write flakit 7.2.0. And I will save this file. Now to install these two packages, I will first activate the virtual environment. So venv scripts activate. I will clear the screen. So our virtual environment is activated. I will first run piplist. So we have already isort in place. So either we can uninstall it or we can keep as it is. It will not impact. And to run that requirement file, we can write pip install -r, which is for recursive, and then requirements.txt file. So basically .txt is the extension, and while providing the name, I have added .txt. So that's why it is displaying 2 times. So let me rename it. I will remove .txt file. Now it is correct. Now let's run this. So here we can see it states that requirements already satisfied. isort equals to 5.13.2. It means, so our first package, it is already installed. Then it is collecting the second package from the requirements file, which is flake8, and while installing it, it is also downloading the packages which are on which the flake8 is dependent. So it installed those packages as well. Now let's clear the screen and run pip list command again. So here we can see flake8 isort and the packages which are dependent, on which the flake8 is dependent. So let's say we have a virtual environment and we don't have the requirement.txt file, but we have the packages installed, and we want to create a requirement.txt file with the exact versions. So how we can create that? We can create using pip freeze command. If I type pip freeze, it will just display the output like what we have written in the requirement.txt file. So the difference between pip freeze and pip list is, pip list, it will display like this package and then version name, but pip freeze will display the package name and version in the format that we require in the requirements file. And requirement.txt file, the name can be anything like a.txt, b.txt, requirement1.txt, req.txt. It doesn't matter. What matters is the command pip install -r and then the file name. And in that file, the structure should be like this. So to create a requirement file from already installed packages, we can write pip freeze, then a file name like req.txt. So this will create a req.txt file. Let's check that. So here we can see req.txt file is created. Let's open it. And we can see all the Python packages along with the versions are saved. So this is how we create the requirements file. Now let's learn install the packages in the Pycharm. So this is our sample project, and we have venv library, and under lib site packages we have only pip installed. So I want to install isort. How we can do? So we can select the project, then go to settings, and in settings under project we can select Python interpreter, and in that we can click on plus sign and we can search for the package. So here I have searched isort package. So this is selected. It is showing 6.0.1 by default, the latest version. And if I want to specify, I can write, I can select this and provide the specific version. So it is providing us the options as well. So I will go with the latest, and then we can click on install package. We can select multiple packages as well. So I have clicked on install package. So it is saying installing. Let's close this. And once the package is installed, it will be visible here. So we can click on OK. So it is just updating. So I'll click on OK. And once the package is installed, it will be visible here as well. So here we can see it is updating the interpreter. And now isort package is visible in the site packages also under the library folder, which is under our virtual environment. And if I want to remove it, I can again go to the file, then settings, project interpreter, and then I can select this and click on negative sign. So this will uninstall. So this is all about virtual environment and pip and about installing and uninstalling packages.